Welcome to our channel Top Teners, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you'll never miss a video. Movies are not just products of art, but also product-driven economic goods. Modern movie productions usually have budgets of several $1,000,000 available. Not much of a problem for a production company as long as the movies generate profits in the end. The most financially successful films have done just that. In fact, nowadays, the top movies generate gross revenues that will go well into the billions at the box office. But what movies are the most successful in that regard? In this video, we will show you the ranking of the global top 10 highest-grossing movies of all time. Unsurprisingly, all of them are Hollywood productions. Number 10, Furious 7. Hoping to return to their normal lives, Dominic Toretto, Brian O'Connor, and the rest of the crew dispersed after defeating international terrorist Owen Shaw. Meanwhile, Owen's elder brother, Deckard Shaw, vows to settle scores with Dominic and his family in order to avenge his brother. Facing threats from faraway Abu Dhabi and at the home in Los Angeles, the gang reunites to protect their families. They are offered help by a government agent in exchange for rescuing a kidnapped attacker who has developed a powerful surveillance program. Starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese Gibson, and Ludacris, among others, Furious 7 is directed by James Wan. The film was the last time fans saw Paul Walker on the screen before his death. Number 9, The Avengers. This movie brings together Iron Man, the Hulk, Captain America, Thor, Hawkeye, and Black Widow for the first time as Avengers to present the notorious Loki and his alien away from invading the Earth. Directed by Joss Whedon, The Avengers had a phenomenal run at the box office. It earned a record $200 million in its opening weekend, setting in motion the dominance that Marvel Cinematic Universe movies are now widely known for. Number 8, The Lion King. The remake of the original 1994 movie of the same name, The Lion King, received mixed reviews from audiences, especially those who had seen the earlier animated film. The film follows Simba, voiced by Donald Glover, a young lion prince of the African savannah who is born to rule. But a conspiracy planned by his uncle Scar to take over the kingdom forces Simba to flee. Simba finds new friends, Pumbaa, voiced by Seth Rogen, and Timon, voiced by Billy Eichner, and learns about the desolate state of his formerly thriving kingdom in a chance encounter with a grown-up Nala, voiced by Beyoncé. He then decides to take back what is legitimately his. Number 7, Jurassic World. By grossing $1.67 billion worldwide, this thrilling sci-fi action movie revolves around Jurassic World, a dinosaur theme park that shelters many genetically engineered hybrid dinosaurs such as the ferocious yet intelligent Indominus Rex. One day, the dinosaur escapes its containment, causing the other creatures to cut loose and join the killing spree. What follows is how dinosaur trainer Owen Grady and the park's operations manager Claire Deering race to save the tourists from a complete prehistoric assault. Jurassic World is directed by Colin Trevorrow. According to Hollywood Reporter in 2015, he stated that the T-Rex featured in the film is the same as the one that appeared in the original Jurassic 1993. Number 6, Spider-Man: No Way Home. With his identity exposed as Spider-Man, Peter Parker asks Doctor Strange to help him restore his secret with an arcane ritual. However, when a spell goes awry due to Peter's repeated interference, it results in ripping open the multiverse. Directed by John Watts, Spider-Man: No Way Home stars Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, reprising their versions of the Spidey along with Zendaya, Marissa Tomei, Jacob Batalon, and Jon Favreau. Number 5, Avengers: Infinity War. Just a year before the Endgame movie, the Russo brothers gave the world Avengers: Infinity War. The movie was slightly less financially successful than its successor, but still managed to break the $2 billion mark. The strong Marvel Universe star lineup consisting of Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson certainly helped. Number 4. Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Star Wars in itself is the most financially successful movie franchise in history. Aside from the box office, much of the movie it generated came and still comes from merchandise sales or licensing revenue. However, with Star Wars: The Force Awakens, director J.J. Abrams managed to bring George Lucas's creation onto a whole new level. The 2015 movie, starring Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill, was the most financially successful of the entire franchise. It is also the 4th highest-grossing movie in history. Number 3. Titanic. The fact that after all these years, Titanic still is the 3rd highest-grossing movie in history should tell you all about the extraordinary impact the movie had. Based on the real-life 1912 sinking of the Titanic, the movie tells a fascinating romantic and dramatic story at once. James Cameron also was spot on with the casting for his movie. Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet proved to be the perfect pair to tell a love story in the middle of a tragedy in the middle of the sea. Number 2. Avatar. James Cameron originally planned to make Avatar in 1999, but then concluded that the technical possibilities weren't developed enough to realize his vision for the film. It took another whole decade until the film was then finally made. The leading actors were Samuel Worthington and Zoe Saldana. Once it was released, Avatar stayed the highest-grossing film for a whole entire decade, only being replaced 10 years later by Avengers: Endgame. Number 1. Avengers: Endgame. By grossing $2.8 billion worldwide, the latest installment of the extremely successful Avengers franchise, Avengers: Endgame, has recently surpassed Avatar. It is now the most financially successful movie in history. The film was directed by the Russo brothers and stars the known actors from past movies of the Avengers and Marvel Universe: Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Hemsworth, Scarlett Johansson, and many more. Hey, don't forget to like the video and let us know what you think of the video in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe and ring that bell icon to be notified about our latest videos.